Hello friends, welcome to the Angular 8 tutorial. In this tutorial, we are going to work with Resolve Route Guard in Angular. In the previous tutorial, we have seen parameterize route guard in Angular. So we are going to continue with the same example which we created in part 44. If you didn't watch part 44, I recommend you please go to the part 44 and see what is the parameterized route guard in Angular. So basically this Resolve Route Guard is basically an interface that is used to identify if there is no data, then there is no meaning to navigate to the particular page. Like I'm going to navigate to the particular page, but that page does not exist or that data is not available, then there is no need to navigate to that page. So that kind of scenario or identifying a kind of scenario, we use the resolve route guard. So the Angular resolve guard, or we can say Angular resolver, allow us to load certain data before we navigate to a route or to a component. And Angular provide resolve interface with resolve method declaration that we are going to see when we create a resolve route guard. And to create a Angular resolve guard, we need to create a class by implementing resolve interface that we are going to implement. When we will create a resolve guard, then we will implement or inherit from the resolve interface. And resolve guard is used to in the scenario where before navigating to any route, or we can say to any component, we want to ensure whether there is data available or not. As I explained, like resolve route guard is used to identify a particular page is available, or what we can say, like that particular page if has the data, then it used to identify a kind of scenario like we should navigate to that page or not. So let's understand this resolve route guard using an example. So go to the Visual Studio Code. So this is the example of the previous tutorial where we have created parameterized route guard. And what scenario we created? We created we have a student information, and when I click on this more info, what it do, it take the parameter like 1, and if I click on this name to more info, then it take the parameter 2. So it take the parameter based on the param and the param map that we have explained in the previous tutorial. So in this tutorial we are not going to see the kind of scenario like param and param map. So what we did there, like when I click on this more info, then it is going to this student detail with parameter 1 and showing the respective information. So that kind of scenario we created there. Now we will do some modification to the same example, and we'll see the resolver route guard. So first of all, go to the service. Like here we created some data. Now here we are going to do some modification. So the thing is, what I will do, this information, this full information I'll take from this function. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a one variable like let student list, and I'm going to assign in this information. So now the student list will contain this full information, and that route we have to take first from the RxJS. And next what we have to do, we have to make this variable like const. So that's the thing. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create another variable like let all student list, and here I'm going to assign like std info dot concatenate, and here I will add one more information to this. And what I'm going to add, I'm going to add one more student detail. So here I will take like 3 and name 3. Here I will take 24, and here I will write Delhi. So basically what is I have done as of now, like this student list variable will return two records of student, but this all student list will return including these two. It will add one more detail of student and it will return all three records. So that kind of scenario we are going to make, like when I will click on this id 3, then what will happen, it does not means if I will give id 3 to this variable, it does not contain this information. So that kind of scenario we are going to make it. And next what we will do, we will take, like here it is saying like decorator are not valid here. So what we have to take, we have to remove it from here and we have to put it before the export. So that's the thing. Now next what we will do, so here I will do the some modification to these function, like get student details and get student detail by id. So here this is fine, and here I will return simply this information. So it will return this get student details, means it will return the whole information. And here what I will return here in that another function get student detail by id, here I will return like so. Now I'm going to find, because this student list contain only two information, so from there I'm going to fetch the data based on the id dot map, and this is the same. So that's the thing. So that is the changes we have done in the services class. Now next what we will do, we will do the modification. Like we have two component, one is the student and another is the student detail. So what I am going to do, I am going to in the student component.ts, so here I will do some modification. And what is that modification I am going to do, like now I am going to save means this is going to pass the whole information, but I am going to like service will send the data in the observable mode. So we have to change this variable like as a observable. So ob observable we have to write it. So that changes, first this changes I did. And another what I am going to do, I am going to take simply, just I will comment this line, like comment this line, I am going to remove it, and directly from here I will assign this dot student info equal to this dot service and dot, and I'm going to take the full student details. So that's the thing. Now we are not going to take this information as subscriber. So what changes we have to do in the HTML page, we have to take this information as async. So that is the changes on the component.html page. Now what we will do, let's close all this first. And now what I am going to do, I am going to create a one resolve route guard. So go to the new terminal, and as I explained, like for creating a route guard in Angular, we have command like ng g for generate, g for guard, and name of the guard. So I'm going to create like resolve guard, hit enter. So it will ask us like what kind of routing guard you are going to create. So I will create as a can active, and I will do the some modification to the same. So hit space, then it will select and enter. It will create two files as it created, like one TS file, another is the specification file. So we are going to work with the TS file. So go to that particular file. So resolve route guard, and here we will change this function as per our requirement. So what I will do changes here, like first is the export class resolve route guard, and it is we have like currently it is implementing as a can active. So as I explained, like we have to implement from the resolve. So resolve, and the type of is this std details. That is the interface for us, and inside this we are going to do some modification. So what I will do, I will remove it first. So newly we will create. So inside this I will take one constructor first. So basically we did mistake here, that's why it is giving. So now constructor, and inside constructor I will take some parameter, and what I will take, private. First I will take as a service, and type of this will be the student service, and another variable I will take as a router, and type of this will be the router. So that's the thing, just import from the router library, and inside this I am going to implement like resolve. We can see here, like when I'll go to this F12 and I will see what kind of function we are going to implement in this, like this. If you want, we can copy this fully from here and we will implement based on this. So that is the function, and what kind of output we are going to return here, we are going to return observable. Promise we are not going to return from here. So let's remove this promise, and what kind of observable we are going to return, like T is the type, what kind of information. So what I will do, I will replace this T with the student detail, because this kind of observable we are going to return. And next here in this it is already taking one parameter, that is active route snapshot, and another is the like this state, and that is not required for us, so that we don't want. So that's the thing. So here let's close this one, and now what we want, like this observable, here we will implement our requirement, like what requirement we want we will implement here. So let's implement, like what I will take, I will take one parameter here first, let ID, and how I'm going to take, like route dot this route we are going to take, and dot we have to put equal here, yeah. So route, now param map, and based on that we are going to get the ID. So here this ID, and next what we have to write here, like what I am going to return, I am going to return this dot service dot get by ID, and inside this parse int, and here I will take ID because we are converting this ID into the integer, dot map, and inside this what we are going to write, if this C then return C. It means if record exists then return that record, otherwise what we are going to do, we are going to this dot router dot navigate, and where we will navigate, we are going to navigate student page and return null from here. So that's the thing we have done here. Remove extra. So that's the thing we have done here. So what we have done here, like we created a resolve route guard, and here we created a one function like that resolve guard, and it is implementing from the resolve. And here if you will do F12, we will see this interface contain only one method, that is the resolve method, and here we implemented the same method only, like this resolve route guard, sorry, not here, we implemented here this resolve, and here we are checking if the ID, based on the ID we are checking if C means if the data contain, then return that record, otherwise we are going to navigate to the student. Now next change what we will do in the routing module, here we will do the some modification, like when by default it comes to that it should land by default to the student component, so that changes we have done here. And here we will make some changes, like what we will do, path, and in this we will define like student, and we have to give the component, and component is the student component, and comma, here we are going to make children, and children we are going to make as a path, and student details, and we are going to take as a ID, component we are going to take as a student list component, and here we will attach to this resolve. And what is the resolve, like we have given, like first we have to take any variable like student detail, and type of this will be the that guard resolve guard we have identified. So I will copy it from here and I will paste it, and we have to import it from this, and then so basically this one we have to take in the curly braces. So that's the thing. So that's we have done here. Now go to this student component.html page, and here we have to take as a student details. So that all the changes we have done. Now let's compile it and see on the browser. So compilation is successful. Now let's go on the browser. We can see like this is showing the all the information like one, name one, and more info. When I click on this more info, we have created this one as a child, so it is showing this information here. Now what we have done, like if any information it is showing, like based on the ID, if anything is there then show the information, otherwise go back to the student page. So when I click on this more info of ID3, because we don't have any information regarding this, so when I click on this we can see like it will navigate to the student page. So when I click, we can see it navigate to the student page, and if I click on 2, because 2 record is exist, that's why it is showing. When I click on this, like it is not showing the record. So that we have done here. So that is all about the resolve route guard in Angular. So if you have any question or doubt, please comment. Thank you.